What is up, tribe? It's your girl Nadja here, and I am back with another video. I am still in my whack setup right now. The set is almost done, but yeah, you guys are just gonna have to have one more week of me with this plain background and my fake ass plant every time I do like a sit down video, so I hope you guys don't mind. Today I'm gonna be doing like a story time, but it's gonna be like a whole bunch of story times in one, and it's basically about my like inner fury when it comes to people trying me about my ID. Now, if any of you guys are like me, you know when you turn 18, you get your ID. Well, you should already have at least like a driver's license. I mean, some people don't. You get your ID, you feel grown because now you can go into certain places with your ID. You could buy certain products with your ID. Like, you could see certain things, go certain places, live anywhere you want because now you're 18. But then once you turn like 21, you want people to card you for alcohol.
Oh my God, I'm finally 21. I can buy whatever I want. Please card me, card me.
Card me.
And if any of you guys are like me, when I turned 21 and I wanted somebody to card me so freaking bad, they just barely carded me. Like, once like 21 is just heading downwards into 30, you kind of get annoyed when people card you and they do the most. I know that is your job. Anybody out there that sells alcohol, that is your job. I'm not trying to say you should not be IDing people. I totally get why you card people. It's just, it's one thing to be like, man, I see your ID, check my birth date, scan the card, let's move on with the interaction. Then when you get my ID, you holding it up to the sun, you licking your finger and scratching it, like what, like,
sis.
I know that when I get older, I'm gonna be very appreciative of people still IDing me, but as of right now, it's really freaking annoying. I'm 23 years old and I'm over it. Like, I'm over it. Next year, I'll be 24. I'm knocking on that door. Like, I'm over it. Stop trying me, especially in places where I go all the time. Like, so I'm gonna tell you guys my worst moments of being like tried while carded. I want you guys to tell me your moments because I know I'm not the only one on the planet that has like this mild irritation with that. So basically, the first story I'm gonna talk about is, oh, by the way, these are all gonna be like recent. This is the one that like sticks out to me. When I first moved over to this side of town, like closer to like the beach areas and stuff like that, never used to hang out around here, like never really used to hang with anybody that lived around here, like, so I'm not really familiar with the area. But there was a Walgreens pretty close to my house, and I wanted to go and pick up a bottle of wine because I didn't want to go to Walmart. I didn't want to go to Winn-Dixie. I just don't like all of that malarkey when I'm just trying to get one object. So I was like, you know what, I'll go to Walgreens and get some wine. So I go and I get some wine and I walk up to the counter. I'm like, hi, how are you? It was a lady. She was like a older lady, maybe like mid 40s, early 50s. Like, she seemed pretty sweet. I thought I had talked to her before when I went to that Walgreens to get some like when I first, when was that? Was that when I first Big Shop? No, that was a different Walgreens. No, yeah, that was a different Walgreens. There was another Walgreens I went to where there was like a mid-age older lady, and like we were talking about hair and stuff like that. But no, this is a completely different lady because that lady's wig was not stiff, and this bitch I'm about to tell you about, her wig was stiff as shit. And I'm only saying that because she tried me. I'm not coming for her physical appearance just to be a dick. I'm just saying, like, she tried me. No, but seriously guys, like, don't pick on people's physical appearance if it's not things they can change, but you could definitely change that wig, sis. So I get up there and I put the wine on the counter. I'm like, hi, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Immediately, I'm beginning to take my ID out because, guys, look at me. I'm wearing overalls. I got a choker on, okay? Like, I know that I look young. At the youngest, 18, because I have all these freaking tattoos. I don't really get mad when people card me. So like, I was like, you know what? Let me get my ID ready because I know it's coming. So I get my ID ready, right? Before I could even take my ID out my wallet, she literally grabbed the bottle.
ID, please.
Okay, sis, I'm working on it. Patience, boo. I take the ID out and I hand it to her. She like kind of snatches it from me, but I was like, you know what, Nadja, you're being dramaed out, because I can do it sometimes. So I'm like, Nadja, you're being dramaed out. She probably did not mean to snatch from you. Like, she's probably just tired from work. It's not you. Like, that's what I always try to tell myself, like the most reasonable things that could be going on before I trip, because girl, I'm so easily irritable, like it's not even funny. So I really try to like think of logical things first before I flip. So I'm like, you know what, logically it's nighttime. She's probably had a long day at work. Walgreens is about to close in like 2 hours. Like, it's not me. Was it rude? Definitely, but it's not me, so I'm not gonna exert nothing onto her. So she's looking at my card and she's flipping it, looking at it again, flipping it. Mind you guys, this is my bad. This probably does not help my case, but I do not have a 21 and up driver's license. I don't. I have like my same driver's license that I've had since I was like 17. So I look like my picture. I just look like I gained a little weight. Like, obviously you could tell that it's me. It's an old picture, okay? I need to go and get a new one and take a new picture. My ID expires like next year, I think, in 2020 anyway. So I'm just waiting it out, bruh. Like, I'm in no rush. Like, it is what it is. I'm gonna give her that because I do look like myself. I just look skinnier. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys my ID. Hold on. Okay, here's my ID. There we go. That's me. All I have different, I got eyeliner on and I have my big fro still, okay? I get it, but it still looks like me. Like, obviously this is me, bruh. I'm just not young and skinny anymore, okay? And I also don't have big curly hair anymore. And when I went there, I'm pretty sure I had like a straight black wig on with a beanie. She's looking at my card, looking at the sun, holding it up, going around, twisting it around. And I'm just standing there like,
oh Lord, again.
So then she looks at me.
When is your birthday?
June 6, 96.
That's really your birthday?
Bitch. I was like, yes ma'am, that's my date of birth. Why? Because once you coming at me with an attitude talking about, is that really your birthday? So I was like, why? Like, yes, why?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Well, I don't know. Like, is this your ID?
Yes.
What's the address on this, on your ID?
And I told her the address that's on it.
This is a pretty old ID. How long have you had it?
And I'm like, sis, am I at the DMV or am I at the Walgreens? Like, what is going on? And I didn't even respond to that because at this point I'm getting a little bit irritated because, like I told you guys, I'm an easily irritable person. Try to look at all logical viewpoints, but the only logical viewpoint I was seeing right here is that you are trying me. So I didn't say nothing. I'm just like looking at her like,
I don't know.
look, ma'am, I recently cut all my hair off, okay? If you would like, I can rip this beanie off and take my wig off and then we can like put the IDs side by side if that's good enough for you.
Oh, no, that's fine. You don't have to do that. I would never do that, make a woman do that in public. Just give me 1 second, let me go and get my manager.
Finally, bitch, because like, what are we doing here? So the manager comes up, right? This old Indian dude, real suave, real chill. And he's cool, he's cool as fuck because I've been living over here for almost a damn year. Like, that's my homie. He comes up to the register or whatever. At this point, there's at least like 4 different people behind me in line and they're irritated with her ass too. So he comes up or whatever and he looks at my ID. He was like,
when is your date of birth?
June 6, 96.
Turns 21 in 2014. Okay, cool.
And then he scanned it.
Well, it's legit. Sorry for that, ma'am.
Okay. Now she's bagging up my wine. She doesn't say sorry for the inconvenience or nothing. She's just bagging up my wine, tells me the total, and then I pay for it, and then she didn't even say have a nice day. When I was done, she just put my receipt in the bag and then looked at the next person.
Hello, how may I help you?
Bitch, you're mad at me? What did I do to you? Bitch, what the fuck did I do to you? So that was one incident. The second incident happened recently as well where I went to, where did I go? I picked up food from somewhere and I can't remember. Oh, I went to Hawker's with my homegirl Chelsea, right? And I was there with her and I had ordered Daniel some food for dinner or whatever, and I was gonna go to his job and drop it off. So I went to the beach. So I'm driving to the beach to meet him somewhere, and I was like, you know what, first I'm gonna go and get us a bottle because we had to film a podcast. So I was like, you know what, let me just knock this out so I don't have to come back outside the house. So now Daniel, he can't be at the liquor store because of his job, so like, because he's actively working right now. So I was like, you know what, let me just do this and then I'll meet up with him when I'm done. So I go in there and what I drink is behind the counter. So I go up there and I ask them, like, mind you, I'm not a regular at this liquor store. Like, I don't be at Jack's Beach. That's the ghetto. I go up there and I'm like, hi, can I get a fifth of this? And they were like, oh.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Now, mind you, while they're going to the shelves, I'm already getting my ID out because I'm not ignorant. I am aware that I look 12, okay? So I get my ID out and I'm just waiting on her and she comes back.
Okay, may I see your ID?
And I'm like, sure, no problem. While I give her my ID, my phone rings off and it's Daniel. So I'm talking to Daniel on the phone. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'll meet up with you here because I don't want you being seen at a liquor store. You're still working and blah, 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 blah. As I'm having a conversation with him, I notice in the corner of my eye, and I realized I had been on the phone for like 3 minutes and she was still looking at my card. So I even said, like, real sly on the phone, like, Daniel, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be a little bit late to meet up with you because we're having another issue with my ID. And he was like, what you mean another issue? I'm like, bruh, you know how it is when I go in places where I don't usually be at, trying to buy shit, people be acting like, you know, Inspector Gadget with my ID. And the girl kind of like cut her eyes at me when I made that, but it was a joke. Like, it was a joke. Like, come on, bruh, like, whatever. So once I said that and like I giggled a little bit, she gonna get my ID and call her manager talking about,
Brian, can you come here, please?
and he comes over there and she was just like,
Yeah, can you take a look at this ID? I know you have an older ID and you haven't gotten a 21 and up ID yet. Can I see yours and compare it?
so basically the manager has the same situation that I do where it's like I'm lazy as shit and I hate going to the DMV and I want to take a new picture when I'm a baddie. I don't know if that's why he hasn't done it, but basically we both haven't gotten our 21 and up licenses yet. So she wanted to compare ours together and I'm just like, Daniel, let me call you back. So I hang up so I can have full attention of what is going on. So she's comparing our IDs and she's just like,
But look, do you see that little line right there? Do you see that? How come hers has that and yours doesn't have that? Like, isn't that suspicious? Isn't that suspicious?
and the guy looked at it closely and he was like,
Oh, you know why hers doesn't have that?
and the girl was just like so ready, like,
Oh my god, why? Why doesn't it have the line? Why doesn't it have the line?
Because she's older than me. So she has a different imprints on there because she's older than me and she probably got this way before I got my ID.
But she doesn't look older than you.
mind you, I am right in front of you, sis. I am right in front of you.
But she doesn't look older than you, Brian. I think it's a fake ID.
So finally I had to interject. I was like, excuse me, if you want, you can give me my ID back and I can drive to a different liquor store. Like, this is kind of doing the most. Like, and then I even told her, I was like, bro, what underage person comes in trying to get the liquor that I'm about to buy? I'm not coming up in here buying no Amsterdam, no Jose Cuervo. Like, no, like, really, like, I'm not even buying no Hennessy, bitch. Like, what underage person would buy the liquor that I'm buying? Like, if you, I could just go. Like, I could just go. My boyfriend's at work. I have to meet him somewhere. Like, this is too much.
Oh, no, hold on. Just give me a second.
And he scanned my ID, which I don't get why people don't just scan the ID. Like, have they come out with fake IDs yet that can pass the scan? I don't know. He scans my ID and it goes through and then he looks at the picture, looks at me, then he's like, when's your birthday? I said June 6, 96.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, you're good. She's good.
She's good? Are you sure she's good?
Yeah, she's good. Just let her go. Sorry about that.
And I was like, it's no big deal. So as she's checking me out, now she's starting to feel embarrassed because she literally was like trying to profile my little ass.
Oh, you know, I'm so sorry about that. It's just some girls came in this week with some fake IDs and tried to buy some stuff and it was like obviously fake, but I thought that yours could have been fake because you look so young.
No, it's cool. It's just like, I just need to get a new ID. Like, it's not your fault. I need to go and get my shit taken care of. Like, point blank. And that's the truth. Like, I do need to go and get my shit taken care of so I don't have to keep going through this because this is stupid. I can't really think of any more recent times because obviously it sticks out to me more because I'm tired of it, but I'm pretty sure it's happened to me in the past, but I was just still on that high of being like, oh my god, they're carding me. Oh, I got carded for trying to buy some spray paint and they didn't even believe that I was 18. That shit pissed me off. That shit pissed me off because I was like, bro, like, I didn't even know that you needed to be 18 to get spray paint, but it makes sense because I guess y'all just be doing whatever y'all need to do to get high these days. But I was going to buy some spray paint to spray the stools downstairs because it was a little project that Daniel's mom had picked up for us or whatever. And so I go there to buy the spray paint and I get to the checkout line and the lady scans the spray paint and was like,
I need to see your ID.
I'm like, okay, cool. So I give her my ID, and again, she does the whole over spray paint. For one, I didn't even know you need to be carded, and it took me a minute to even process, like, I'm giving this lady my ID for spray paint, but I didn't, like, it was whatever. I was like, you know what, if that's the rules, then I'll just give you my ID. So she's looking at my ID all crazy and stuff.
Do you mind if I call my manager over to have a look at your ID?
A fucking again.
I was like, how old do you have to be to buy spray paint?
You have to be 18 to buy spray paint.
So you don't think that I'm 18? Like, what?
No, it's not that. It's just, I just need to make sure this isn't a fake ID because you do look very young.
Sis, really? So I said usually what I usually say when people be coming at me about the damn my ID. I was like, so you're telling me that somebody who is under the age of 18 would have all these tattoos? I showed her the tattoo on the back of my neck. I'm like, really? Like, really?
I mean, minors can get tattoos anywhere nowadays. My cousin has a whole sleeve and he's 17.
Sis, look, y'all about to be able to keep this spray paint because I am 23 years old. Like, you're kind of trying me right now. Like, I'm so sorry if I'm snapping. I'm having a really rough day, but no, sis, I'm so sorry, but maybe you do need to get your manager over here because what the fuck. So the manager comes over and he looks at my ID and he looks at me and he was like,
well, I can clearly read on your ID, it says you turned 18 in 2014, and this picture, you look really young. Like, I'm so sorry about this mix-up.
well, I didn't even know you needed an ID to buy spray paint. Like, this is news to me.
Yeah, you know, these kids, they're crazy. They like to do vandalism and stuff like that. We just don't want it to come back to our store. You know, I'm so sorry about the inconvenience.
Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit.
It's all good. I've been carded because people didn't think I was 21, but never because nobody thought that I was 18. That shit just stood out to me and I was like, bitch, what else? Oh yeah. What the fuck? It be killing me though, like whenever me and Daniel try to go out and like buy a bottle or something and I have my ID and he doesn't have his, and like they see mine and then they don't see his and they're like, oh, well, we can't serve you guys because he might not be 21. And I'm like, bruh, Daniel looks older than me. Like that happened to us today. We went to Walmart to go get some wine and yet Daniel didn't have his ID and the lady was like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't serve it to you guys. And I'm like, even if I'm the one buying it, and they're like, yeah, we can't. I'm like, y'all missing out on this bread. Y'all missing out on this bread. Like, if somebody I know the rule of thumb is like if somebody looks 40 and up, you don't ask them for their ID when you work at liquor establishments. But I'm just like, come on, bro. If you obviously look 21, like 21 and up, like. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments below if anything similar has ever happened to you and how you deal with it. I am definitely going to the DMV to get a new license because I feel like I could stop this whole problem by just fixing it and getting a new picture. And no matter how bad I look, maybe that's the thing. I'm just holding on to my cute picture. Like, I look so adorable and innocent and like naive to the world. Yeah. I would love to hear about your ID stories in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.